Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Lunch with Linda. I'm Linda Daniels, and you are now inside Northampton walls. I am so glad to be here today. It is another bright sunny day. Man, it sounds like we're in California, but we are not. We are in Massachusetts, in Northampton, and I'm happy that you're here with me. We've got a lot of things to cover, and oh man, I already did this. I've already put mohair in my mouth. But the very first thing I want to talk about is this wonderful shawl with a little bit of fringe on it, like this. Some of these are self-fringing ends because it only has one fringe on one side. Oh. So fringe on one side, not on the other. So when you change color, you leave the ends, and then you knot them together to make the fringe. And then you add a couple of other strands. That's number one. Number two, this is the Lama Hasa, L-L-A-M-A-H-A-S-A. This is what the yarn looks like in the skein, and that is the name of it. This is 100%, wait a minute. Yes, it's 100% baby llama. And llama is different than alpaca. It's a different animal. They're still in the same kind of like animal group, the camelid group, but it is not as fine a fiber as alpaca is. But it is still super, super soft and really, really warm. And the way this yarn is spun, it is actually applied yarn, but it's a very, very soft spin. You have to look really close, almost, maybe just in this color. You have to look really close to see the two strands of yarn that are spun together. So it comes in a great selection of colors. Oops. We've got the basket right here. I have a couple of customers who are making sweaters out of this yarn right now, and it's very soft and very drapey. This is the pattern, and I think it uses that combination of colors to great advantage. Don't you think it looks wonderful? Yeah. I love the black. The black really gives that centered kind of weight to it, and then all of the color combinations that you could do with it. And it is a relatively simple, most of you would know it as a zigzag pattern where you're knitting two together and then you're also increasing. That makes the ripple kind of look to it, and all in garter stitch. So it's knit every row. The things that you really have to be careful about when you are making it is that you are always changing color on the right side row. When you change color on a wrong side row, and this is across the board, doesn't pertain just to the shawl. Whenever you're working with color, especially in stripes, and you need to change from one color to the next, you want to make sure that you're doing it on a right side row. Oftentimes that's just a knit row, but when you're working garter stitch, both rows are knit, and if you don't change color on the right side, you're going to get this look, this intersection of the colors showing up on the right side, and you'll drive yourself mad looking at it. So this is just a pretty straightforward piece. It's a big rectangle, and I've got it secured with one of the jewel buttons right here so that it stays on. And I'll turn around so you can see just how big it is.
Yeah, it goes all the way down.
And boy, it's nice and warm. Even though today's not a chilly day yet, it's a little bit cool in here. Or I should say, depending on who you're talking to. I'm a little bit cool in here today just with one sweater on, so I put this on to show you. So Lama Hasa, we just got the all the colors in to do this shawl, and then they also sent us this fabulous hat and scarf pattern. I fell in love with that hat pattern as soon as I saw it, and the scarf is just a basic cable,
So
the basic cable that's up in the hat. If you've never done a cable before, Lucille is going to be teaching the the Irish hiking scarf class coming up next month, I think. You can check the website for the exact date and time. It's a great introduction to cables. It'll teach you all the basic things that you need to know about cable and give you the confidence to tackle almost any cable. Then they also did this really nice vest. Remember, this is the year for vests. And if you've been itching to try one, this is a pretty simple one. And it's done on a size 10 needle. So that will go pretty quickly. And it's the little stitch details that really make this an attractive piece. You've got that line at the seam and then the full fashioned decreasing. Oh, can you point to the
It's kind
decreasing?
of glary, but
Because it's wrapped in plastic.
wrapped in plastic. Yeah, there's nice detail.
Yeah. And then for those of you who really want to go all out, whoa,
Oh yeah.
there is this jacket
With pockets.
with pockets. And I'm going to call it something else because, you know, Friday I met with Jennifer and Kay from Plymouth Yarn. They were showing me the new yarn and we were talking design, and I'm going to be doing some more designs for them. And Kay was saying, oh, I want to have a coatigan. And that's what this is. A coatigan.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking for a coatigan, this might be the thing. All right, so that's what I'm wearing. And I hope you love it as much as I do. So I have been talking the last couple of weeks about donations, and that we're taking donations of both needles and yarn. And it doesn't have to be balls of yarn, doesn't have to be full skeins of yarn. We're able to pass along smaller amounts of yarn as well. And one of the places that I gave yarn to was to a young woman, a teenager, who was beginning to make things for the kids that have lost everything because of the hurricanes down south. And I got this wonderful little thank you card from them that I want to read to you. Yeah, it's a neat card with a kind of like save the earth, like I said, this generation save the earth. And I just wanted to, so you know what kinds of places we're giving it to. Thank you so much for your generous donation of beautiful yarn. It's being used now to knit warm hats and also little snuggle animal toys for the children of Western North Carolina. The hurricane was devastating to so many, and your colorful yarn made smiles from the knitters and the children who will be warm this winter.
Aww.
Thank you, Lynn Olson. So just want you guys to be able to share in that too, because these donations are coming from you and from us, and know that they are all appreciated. And we just got a little shopping bag full of little bits and pieces of yarn, as well as some full skeins, and we will be passing that along as well. If you know of an organization that needs donations like that, again, they may not be full skeins, but is looking for yarn, maybe even looking for some needles, let us know, and we'll be happy to include them in our list of people that we're going to give that kind of thing to. As you can imagine, we get a lot of inquiries as to what can be donated, and we'd love to be able to have more places to send that stuff along to as well. So that is our big thank you note. Speaking of thank you, we put out all of our Thanksgiving and Christmas stitch stoppers this year. This week is, to me, and to much of downtown Northampton, this week really signifies the beginning of the holiday shopping, because Bag Day is Saturday, and I'm going to talk more about Bag Day in a second. But we do have turkey stitch stoppers. So if you are in the mood and need to turkey up your knitting and your knitting needles, we've got several pairs of these on the stitch stopper rack ready for your Thanksgiving knitting. I just dropped this. We got a little bit of an order from Madeline Tosh Vintage, one of our favorite worsted weight yarns, and I just wanted to show you some of the new colors that came in. Now, we absolutely, besides loving the yarn, love the naming. Instead of just, you know, gray, yellow, brown, Madeline Tosh spends a lot of time and a lot of thought naming their colors. I know these two probably are reading similar, but this is called Earl Grey.
Yeah, you can really see the subtle.
Yep. Yellowish, greenish. And this is called Brace for Impact. They kind of go together. Brace for impact with your cup of tea.
Yeah.
Or have your cup of tea as you brace for impact. This one has a little bit of almost a tweed. It is a little dot, but it's a little sprinkle.
Like a splash?
Yeah, a little splash. And then we have Librarian's Dream.
That one also needs to be closer because it's speckly.
Yep.
I can see you behind it. So.
Librarian's Dream is that real, like, I love this color.
Me too. I kind of
This acidy kind of green.
Oh.
One of these skeins, any one skein, is enough to make a hat or a pair of mittens. So you could use this one called Weighted Blanket to cuddle up under, kind of purpley. And this also has little speckles all over it as well. All of these do except for that one.
Yeah.
This one is Mars is Bright Tonight. Boy, have we had bright nights. And that definitely is Mars Red.
Yeah.
And then the last one that we got is called Auburn Afternoon.
It's so beautiful.
If this isn't Kate, I don't know what is.
I don't know how it's on the shelf still.
I don't know either. But maybe somebody else wants it instead of you grabbing it up all the time.
I know, it's so beautiful.
So we got a little bit of Madeline Tosh vintage in. I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm meeting this Friday with Libby from Madeline Tosh to talk about some big stuff. So stay tuned because we'll have some big news going on, I'm sure, after my meeting with her and somebody else, but I'm not going to say. One more yarn that we got in that I wanted to show you. It's not necessarily a new yarn, but there are new colors. This is the Bon Moher or Bon Moher from Earth Yarns, and this green, I mean, people were drooling when I opened the bag of this green. It is so beautiful. It's called Zephyr, and it is a lace weight mohair, and then this color is called Dusk, which is a gorgeous rose. And we use the mohair along with fingering weight yarns for things like ranunculus, if you wanted to do the two yarns together, fingering weight and mohair. But this is the time of year when you want the projects to maybe be a little smaller. We did a little snowball hat that Bonnie designed a while ago that's done with a fingering weight yarn and a sparkle. And you could certainly add any of the sparkles to these new colors, even though the colors don't necessarily match exactly, it will still be really beautiful. And that would be just one skein of each. So 2 new colors to think about, and the sparkly hat to think about as well.
We had a question about donations. What about crochet hooks?
Yes, crochet hooks too. There is a girls' school in South Hadley that we have taken things to, and they don't knit, they crochet. So we will definitely take crochet hooks as well. Thank you for that. And you can drop them off anytime. Just put them in a bag and drop them off during any time that we're open, and we'll know what to do with them. So thank you for thinking about that. We, if you've shopped with us in the last few months, you have hopefully heard us ask you if you had a customer record, or if you didn't, if you wanted to create one. And we have been telling everybody that it's one of the reasons we're doing that is so that we can help you keep track of your purchases. And we have used it like that often, especially in the last few weeks. We've had customers come in who needed one more skein of a yarn that they couldn't quite remember the name of, and we were able to look it up under their profile and find exactly what it was that they bought and exactly what it was that they needed. So it's been very, very helpful to us, especially as my memory starts to like disappear. And especially helpful to our customers who are so appreciative that we're able to find exactly what they're looking for. We can also help you figure out what needles you have purchased from us. And this history stays there. So even if it was a needle that you bought last year, it will stay there. Of course, it will be going forward. I don't know that we just necessarily did it last year, but we're starting to really try to make a concerted effort to really keep track of everything. So if you come in and you make a purchase and the person behind the desk does not ask you, please tell them. Tell them your name, tell them your email, and it's just a question of typing it in, and your history will pop right up, and we'll be able to keep track of those kinds of purchases to help you in the long run. Also, we were finally able to figure out how to offer you a rewards program, and this is automatic. All of you, if you have a record with us, now are automatically enrolled in this rewards program. And the reward is this: when you spend $500, you're going to get a $10 coupon. Is it credit?
It's a coupon.
It's a coupon?
Use through your account, yeah.
That is attached to your account. So it's sort of going to act like a store credit. So after $500, that $10 clicks in. You can use that on your next purchase, and it automatically resets to another $500. So every time you spend $500, classes are included in that, you will automatically get a $10 coupon back at the end. So if you don't have a customer record with us, make sure that we ask. We're really, really trying hard to get everybody on the POS system so that you can all take advantage of that program as well. We're excited about finally figuring this out and being able to do it without you even having to worry about it. You don't have to carry around a card. We don't have to punch anything. It just automatically goes right into the computer, and we don't even have to pay attention until you come in and say, I got $10. And then we'll be able to use it. So I am really happy about that because it's in effect right now. And like I said, Saturday is Bag Day. And if you are not a Northampton native, you're like, well, what's Bag Day? 36 years ago, the local newspaper in town came up with this Bag Day idea. And they went around downtown and proposed this idea to all of the shops. And many of the shops decided to participate. It started out as an actual shopping bag. And you know what? I didn't bring one over. That they stuck in the newspaper. Bag Day is always the Saturday before Thanksgiving. And it's a way for locals to get a little extra advantage and a little jump on their holiday shopping. So when COVID hit, Bag Day kind of went by the wayside, and then they didn't print bags for a couple of years. Now the bags are back. The business group that I'm a part of had a meeting with the Gazette and said, we can't have Bag Day without a bag. We need a bag. So here is this really big, this is bigger than it's been ever.
That's a big newspaper.
It's a big bag. It will not be in the newspaper. That is one of the things that's different. You can pick up a bag at one of the participating merchants, and all of the merchants are listed on the back of the bag. All of us merchants were allotted so many. We got 50. We can get more if we run out soon, and they will be handing them out in Thorns Market. The shops that are participating are listed on the bag, but there are some rules. When you visit a shop, they may check it off on the bag. You can only use it one time in that shop. Most shops will be offering 20% off of one item. That's the whole idea behind Bag Day, is that you get 20% off of one thing. Actually, they didn't even put that on the bag.
They put it on their website.
It's on the website. That's interesting. So the idea is that it's 20% off, and the rule was always that it's 20% off of one thing. So if you go into, let's say, A to Z and you load up on toys, they may tell you that you can have 20% off of only one of those toys. It is definitely, this week, definitely a time to do some plan shopping, to get out there and see what it is, get a little bit of an idea, because there are, I don't know, what do you think, 30, 40, at least 40 shops participating. You can get everything done. What I love about Bag Day is that East Side Grill, Philos Greek Taverna, Gombo Kitchen and Oyster Bar. I'm just trying to read all the ones. India House, Union Station, Molino's, restaurants.
Paul and Elizabeth's.
At these restaurants, you can go and get gift certificates at 20% off. When do you ever get a sale on a dining out experience? It doesn't happen. That alone makes grabbing one of these bags and getting gift certificates that day. The other rule is that it is only on Saturday, and you have to have a bag. You can't just walk into any place and expect to get the 20% off. It's the whole idea behind Bag Day is that you have to have the bag. It's like shopping with a coupon. You have to have the coupon to get it. But believe me, I'm sending my husband out there on Saturday to load up on these gift certificates, especially at the restaurants. We will also do gift certificates for 20% off, but again, it is only in store. Bag Day is a downtown Northampton in-person event. We will do 20% off of the yarn that you want to purchase. We won't do 20% off of needles or books or any of the accessories. It is only yarn, but you can get all the yarn you can fit in the bag for 20% off, which is different than our clearance sales.
Is it sale yarn?
If stuff's already marked down, no, it won't be another 20% off. It will just be that. Okay, and most stores are open their regular hours, like 10 to 5 or maybe 10 to 6. We've got bags here. We'll be open again on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You can chance it, but like I said, we only have 50. And if we don't have bags on Saturday, you have to hope that they have them up at Thorns Market, because we're giving them out now. So don't hesitate to come on in Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday to pick up a bag. There's no charge for the bag. They're absolutely free. It's basically just a first come, first serve bag story. But we love Bag Day, and it is a mob scene out there. Expect to have to hunt for parking, because people come out early to start shopping. I had a meeting with other stores last week, and a lot of stores did say that they were already seeing shoppers out planning their purchases, lining up what it was that they wanted to be able to get on Saturday. So that really kicks off our holiday season, because the very next week, of course, is Thanksgiving, and along with Thanksgiving comes the weekend, Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. And we sure hope that we see you on both of those days as well. Small Business Saturday is near and dear to our heart, because we are a small business, always have been, as are many of the shops in downtown Northampton. That's sort of what makes Northampton so much fun to shop in. It's usually owner operated and unique. So hopefully you've got 2 weekends to take advantage of shopping downtown, this weekend being the good one, because you'll get 20% off of that. Let me just make sure I told you everything about Bag Day that you needed to know. If you have a question, shoot it in the comments and we'll be able to answer it. I had a very busy week, and I had a customer who came in specifically to get yarn to make slippers. She makes an older customer, and she makes slippers for gifts. And when she was checking out, she started to talk to me, and I just thought, this is so cute. I have to share it. She said, I only make slippers for the people who will wear them. And I was like, how do you know?
Yeah.
They're either asking for them, or you live with them, or you get to visit them to see if they're wearing them. But she was adamant, I only make slippers for the people I know. And then she turned to her young companion driver, who I think was also related to her, and she said, I'm telling you now, I want to be buried in my slippers. My mother was buried with her slippers on. I want to be buried with my slippers on.
Yeah.
And we all just got a good little giggle out of that. Because I was like, that's a pretty good idea. I think I want that too. And if not slippers, then definitely those hand knit socks that some of you have spent lots and lots of hours making. Nothing like the feel of hand knit wool socks. I've got on a pair today, and I just love running my feet around like this. Thanks, Eileen. Okay, one more thing, and it's a big deal. So, you know that we carry interchangeable sets, and Likey has just come out with a to die for cuteness set. Can you see that?
Like a cupcake.
This is just so, everything about this is perfect. But I'm going to tell you why. Besides being extremely cute and portable, I mean, this is the kind of thing you should just put in your knitting bag. Always. Now, it's a little set. It's from size 3 up to size 7. It's not a lot of needles, but these are the needles that you can use when you make a mistake and you need to rip out and you need to put it back onto a smaller needle. Reason number 1, to always have it in your bag. Reason number 2 is if you're traveling, chances are you're knitting a smaller project. I know a lot of you take socks automatically as your travel project. You could use any of these size needles to make socks. You could use any of these size needles to make small hats. And by small hats, I mean thinner weight yarn, not necessarily baby hats. It comes with 3 cord sizes. A 16, you've got the package there, 16, a 20, and a 24.
Yep.
Yeah, 16, 20, and 24 inch. So it's perfect for small hat or sleeve projects. Now, I get that you're not always knitting with this size needles, but trust me, you will want this for all of those other reasons. Fixing mistakes, ripping out, doing some test swatching. If you're a swatcher, this is the perfect little thing to have. It is small enough to carry right in your even accessory pouch. Now, the other thing that it comes with, besides the cords, are these plastic doodads that a lot of you don't know what they're for. These plastic discs, these screw on, whoops, to the ends of the cords, and they turn your they turn your cords into stitch holders. I got to turn the right one.
Oh, okay. It's hard to do things on camera sometimes.
Yes.
The direction of things.
When you put these plastic things on the end, okay, so I've been knitting away. Now it's time to put my knitting on holder. I screw the needle off and I screw the disc on. And now my stuff is sitting on a holder, ready for me to take these off and put the needles back on so that I can knit again, or knit them off, or bind off, or whatever. That's what these discs are for. So they come with 2 sets of discs so that you can easily use the cords in that way. Another big reason to have this in your knitting bag, you always have a holder of 3 different sizes.
Yeah.
Here it is. 3 different lengths. The other thing it comes with, did I lose them already, the connectors? Maybe it didn't have it in there.
Give me one of these ones. Maybe that's what they... Oh, here they are.
Here they are. It comes with the cord connectors. I just didn't pull it out of that set. And the tighteners in another plastic bag. So I can connect one cord to the other to make an even longer cord and use the tightener things tool to tighten it up and secure it now.
That would give you up to a 40-inch if you
Yeah, so you could go up to a
24.
40-inch. So 5 tips, 3 cords makes at the minimum 15 different needles. This is what 15 fixed needles looks like.
Wow.
This is how many needles you get in this adorable little package, number 1. This is why people are like, how do I keep track of my circular needles? How do I store them? Where do I put them? How can I figure out what I've got and where I've got them? 15 fixed sets of needles. On average, we didn't figure out exactly, but on average, each one of these needles costs $15. I think 12 is the minimum price for some of these sizes, up to 20, 25 for some of the bigger sizes, but we've just averaged it at $15. So 15 sets of fixed needles times $15 each is $225. $97.
Woo!
15 sets of needles, $97. Portable, easy to use, so darn cute.
That's a difference of $128.
It's a $128 difference. I wish they'd make a wallet like this.
It looks like a wallet.
A little clutch.
It's a knitter's wallet.
I just want it. As soon as Jeff Grill from Likey pulled this out of his bag, I was like, I want them.
Give them to me now.
I want them all.
Oh, they're so cute.
We have them in 3 different colors. We have limited in the beige and the pink.
Are the needles the same color?
And no, the needles are all different as well. And we got lots of the driftwood. This is the driftwood color. The needles are this kind of grayish brownish. I love Likey needles. They are so smooth and they're wood. They do not have the same kind of drag that bamboo does. The blush, we just got a couple in. They are a nice light needle if you're having trouble seeing your stitches. This is the color needle that you want to use, or the natural. Even these are a little bit darker to go with this case.
Yeah.
But we've got those 3 colors in, and like I said, limited on the blush, although if a lot of people want these, I will be able to order them. Just let me know when we sell out. And in this is called driftwood case size. I did also get 2 of the medium size kits. This one has needles from size 3 up to size 10. I hope this doesn't make too much noise. And this has 3 longer cords. This has cords 24, 32, and 40, and they're the long tip, the 5-inch tip. So this is the set that I would call like a starter set for interchangeables. It doesn't give you all the sizes, but it gives you a really good range of sizes. And with those 3 cord lengths, this is the thing that I would use if you're a big sweater or shawl knitter. This is the size that you would want to use. So we've got 2 of those in. Like I said, unfortunately, they will not be part of the bag day sale, but they will count towards your $500 coupon sale. So I really, 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 can you tell, am excited about this little needle. They want what? The blush? Ah, one's already sold. We have one left. All right. That is our story for this week. Just looking, yeah. You can find out more information about Bag Day on our website. We do have a little bit more detail there, what the rules are and how to participate. I hope we see you during Bag Day. And before, if you want a bag, get in here before Bag Day actually arrives so that you're sure to get the bag that you need. Enjoy this beautiful week. Hopefully there's some rain in our future for Thursday and Friday, but it would be nice to have sun again on Saturday. So get those knitting needles out, get them clicking away. This is countdown time, people. So go and knit something. Bye.